Oh, what is going on, everybody? My name is Japes. Another episode in my path to power. This time we are going to go ahead and try to finish off that Lumpsicle. And I alluded to this in some previous episodes, but I'm back from a nice little happy holiday vacation. I hope your holidays were wonderful as well as we enter on into this new year, but we're still rolling with under 75 chemistries. This gameplay is from a little while back, and this was the one where the guy that I come up against he just had the right idea for a tournament like this. And the goals were extremely frustrating, but it was the right idea. And you look at his team and you're like, oh yeah. He went out, he took a few players that he had, and then he just picked up all of the lone players. And for a tournament where you don't, the goal is to kind of have poor chemistry. If you go out and pick up all the lone players from all the different leagues, generally most of them high rated, you get the few games that you need out of them for a tournament run, and you put yourself in a good situation. You can see he's a pretty cocky player off the start, going with the roulette. Generally, if it's a nervous player, they're going to go backwards more often than not. But we're slowly working our way forward there. Dybala, who's been wonderful for us, not going to give up possession, working around nicely. Claudio Marquisio, he's been fantastic. And nice little ball in. Jeremy Menez crosses it. And Samaras, who's in there to bring down our chemistry, manages to bring us into the lead, making this one 1-0 in only the 4th minute. I was all smiles, and I thought, yup, we are going to be taking home the title. FIFA and this guy, though, however, had some other ideas. And some of you guys like it when I allude to what happens in the game. Others of you don't. I don't always do it. But sometimes it's just talking about it. And that's a nice little cutback from Balassi. I don't know what his weak foot is, though, but he is big, he is strong, and he manages to put that one away on probably like 4 chem. Smashes it into the near post. So I got to give him that. I'll give him that as a goal. I overcommitted. I was expecting something a little bit more. Right here you can see nice bit of play again. It's Balassi's side that's causing all sorts of problems. He gets free inside and pings a ball, triple tap to the far post. That's a great move to go to. I was a little bit disappointed. My right back couldn't shuffle around, but it was the 45th minute, and I guess I only have myself to blame. Knowing that he cut back before with Balassi like that, I probably should have been sitting on it. But watching the right back is just frustrating. And I tweeted something out last night. I asked you guys how many of you truly enjoy foot, and the responses were shocking. This goal was just the icing on the cake. Yeah, that's how it ended, and that's how our tournament run came to a close as well. So apologies for the kind of lack of communication, but I got back in town. I wanted to do something different. I saw that I had 20K, which would be enough to enter on into a draft. Decided to do that, which I talked about not doing that often, but sometimes the draft works out and you get some good stuff. 4-2-3-1 the formation. Decided not to go Ronaldo because of the formation. There's no left wing, right wing spot. Pick Sterling here because he's got better connections he's got easier connections where you can get a City player like De Bruyne. I got a little lucky there. Or you can get an English player like Mr. Ross Barkley. And then you end up on full chemistry moving backwards. So that worked out perfectly. Gonna go ahead and pick up Ramsey here, keep the BPL thing going on. And when I go into this first match, I kind of looked at it and I was like, if you don't get like a full BBVA, team with Messi, Ronaldo, either Suarez, Griezmann, Benzema, you're like at a disadvantage in the draft, because drafting like a BPL team, I guess unless you get Aguero and a player like De Bruyne or someone kind of like that in a narrow formation going backwards off it, or you can get Ozil if you're looking for some assists. If you don't get that sort of thing going back, you really end up putting yourself at kind of a disadvantage. I got the Czech card. I was so pumped about getting that. And I was reading an article on Petr Cech earlier that's saying he speaks Spanish to Arsenal's outside backs, French to Koscielny, and English to Per Mertesacker. And I thought that was so cool. That he's able to kind of do that and switch between the two. And how easy must that be for the defenders, because if the outside backs, if they're hearing Spanish, it's like boom, instantly cluing in that it's something kind of from the keeper, or a little tidbit that you might need. Same thing Koscielny with the French, but it's a really, really rare thing, at least in my mind, to be able to seamlessly switch between the two like that. And it makes you wonder how many miscommunication issues there. I'm sure some of you guys are like, well, Japes, of course there's like that to worry about, and players take courses, and like, Douglas Costa came to Munich and he started taking German courses and things like that to help with communication. But Pep obviously can speak, I think Pep can speak Portuguese as well, but Spanish or whatever, so it helps. But with the way how interconnected world footy is and how interconnected the leagues are, you got to think that there are some times when I just want to go back and now watch games, or like when I watch games, I'm going to be like, all right, those two guys right there, how good is his English? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but neither here nor there. We have our squad 4-2-3-1. I love draft. I really do. FIFA, or foot as a whole for me is kind of, I get a bit wishy-washy on it, but draft, the game mode, even if I lose, I have a good time, because you build like a completely brand new squad with a random-ish set of players. The guy you're coming up against, also the same thing. It doesn't matter if, like, say, if coin sellers were still doing their thing, if the guy had spent millions and millions on coins and he would have to go in the draft and be a completely level playing field, your teams are going to be about the same level of rating, and everything's just, it just feels really good, and it feels really, really balanced and a nice test of skill. This guy, there was the BBVA thing. He's got 3 crazy good informed BBVA players up front. And through the back, it was an interesting, I definitely would use Danilo as a center back. That's something that I've done before, and I would definitely not hesitate to use it again. 20th minute, though, I set myself up in all sorts of trouble, letting Isco get in behind. And that's an easy smart pass to Cristiano Ronaldo, who makes me pay, puts it away. 21st minute, down 1-0. This guy's named Chivas. So my guess would be he is a fan. Plenty of work right here, and he'd been running guys back on the line really, really fast, and I get my bit of fortune right there. Kevin De Bruyne manages to smash it towards the bottom corner at the far post. It deflects and brings us back level at 1-1. You can see it was a decent shot. What Petrovcek got down, I don't know. Managed to steal this one away. Nemanja Matic, I actually really dislike as a CDM on this game. Both Ramsey and Matic as a CDM combination, I am not a fan of. On the other hand, Angel Di Maria's inform card is absolutely brilliant, and I like his regular card as well. As an attacking mid, I think he's just awesome this year. And I would not hesitate to include him in your team. That shot, not awesome. That deflection is, though. So 2 deflections end up for 2 goals for us. It is what it is. It was one of the luckier wins, because this guy was actually a really, really good player. So I was like, okay, after that last game, before that, is that a little bit of FIFA karma, a little Merry Christmas gift, a little way for FIFA saying to me, Japes, Happy New Year. Please, please, please upload all the time and keep playing this game. So maybe that's what that was. That's the way I'm going to take it. Anyways, I want to say thank you to all of you guys that are still tuning on into my videos. If you did enjoy it, leave a comment. Let me know. I'm working on that other stuff still, so that will hopefully be up shortly. Thank you for watching. My name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.